What up, y'all? It's your boy Plant Man P. We got two parts to today's video. First part is finding new plants for our corner shelf we just purchased. Second part is most likely why you're watching, and that's 10 plant tips for beginners. Here's the video.
Between concrete walls, there's a place for us, where we could go, where we could be alone. Between city lights, we don't have to hide. I wanna go, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there.
This method to watering is called bottom watering. What you want to do is get a bucket or a saucer, anything that can have water, and you want to fill it up to a desired length. I don't think there's a specific level of water that you need. I think it all just depends on your plant. So what I'm doing is watering my bonsai right now. So I get it watered to about what I feel is enough. It's pretty much how big your pot is, or how big your planter is. Pop that sucker in there. Just let it sit. And then once you see the soil moist, or once you see the water seeping out of the top of the soil, that's when you know that the plant has had enough. Another method to watering is just watering until the pot is dripping, which is my favorite one because it's the easiest. So get it right nice and watered. It just depends on the plant. It depends on the plant that you have. Some plants want more water, some plants want less. Some plants require a thorough watering. The key to it is to make sure every point of the soil is wet. That's the most important part. I know rubber plants, they want the soil to be completely moist, and then I can see how it's dripping. That's how you know it's a good sign. And then with rubber plants, if my rubber plant needed water, I would give it some water right now, but it's not, so we gotta deal with the bonsai. But the rubber plant, I know it requires 2 of these. So you water it, it's all moist, it's dripping. Once it's dripping, you do it again. You guys seen Home Alone where Kevin swipes his parents' stolen credit card, and he's like, wow, it worked. This is exactly how I feel about this right here, bottom watering. Tip number 2, do not over water your plant. So there's 2 easy ways to tell. First way, this, I mentioned that in my last video. The second way is just good old science. You want to get to know the weight of your plant. After watering it, pick it up, see how it feels, see how heavy it is. And then before watering, once you know it does actually need water, pick it up, see how it feels. Now that I know this plant somewhat, I know that it's in the middle of needing water and not needing water. So it's probably, if I use this, I'd say it's probably like 5 to 6. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, 5 to 6. Directions: insert probe tip to root level. Always clean tip after use. That was my first time reading those, actually. I never even knew those directions were on there. But that's how you do it. I know every Sunday, or like just every day pretty much, we're always gonna be wanting to, when we clean the crib, when we do this, when we do that, wash the dishes. When we're cleaning, I think, at least with me, the next step is taking care of your plants, making sure your plants are good. It's actually a bad thing to overwater. It could cause root rot, cause your plant to die. Root rot meaning, repotting is not gonna fix root rot. It can cause a lot of damage to your plant if you overwater. Another thing I mentioned in my last video that I didn't like doing was misting. Some plants like it, some plants don't. The only plant I mist is my bonsai. Other than that, I've had terrible experience with misting, so I don't mist. I had a dumb cane once, never get it again. Dumb cane is the dumbest plant ever. I'm sorry if you guys like dumb canes, but I hate dumb canes. Some things are stupid. So who knew that some plants were bougie and don't like tap water? How am I supposed to know that? So I guess I was watering the dumb cane with tap water. This thing was not liking it. It was being bougie, it was spitting it out, like doing crazy shit. I wish I had footage, but I actually have a picture. I'll show you guys. This thing did not like tap water at all. So I go to Elton. I'm telling Elton, I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do to this plant. I don't know what the plant wants. Give it water. The soil wasn't soaking up the water fast enough. So I'm thinking, man, I don't know what the hell to do. I switched it from tap water to purified water. So I switched it to that. It was growing perfectly fine. Then one day, the shit tipped over and died. It was crazy. I was literally chilling on the couch. Next thing you know, I hear, look over, the freaking plant tips over. And I'm like, yo, is there a ghost in my crib? Like, what the hell is going on? That's the thing. You got to know if your plant, like what type of water your plant likes. So now I don't use tap water at all. I just use either Brita to water my plant or purified water. And tip number 3, more sun isn't always the answer. Let's talk about it. Some plants, an easy way to revive it is putting it out in the sun. Real life example. Shout out to you, Jared. Comment down below if you're watching. He had a succulent. The shit was dead. At least it looked dead. It was pretty bad. It was terrible. He left it out in the sun. That shit was baking like pig, extra crispy. Turns out it's actually surviving. You never know. Moral of the story is, don't give up on your plants. That's another tip. Don't give up on your plant. Sometimes most of the time, time heals it. Time is gonna heal your plant. Whether it's putting it out of its misery to die or to make it grow. You never know. A few days ago, this leaf right here was looking terrible. So imagine my finger being the leaf. So it was shriveled up on its side, looking like it was sleeping or something. I don't know what was going on. But now look at it. It's not 100% yet. But like I said, you gotta trust the process, man. Don't be giving up on your plants. What Joel Embiid said, man, trust the process. Look at this thing now. It's weird, man. Plants are weird. Plants are weird. Plants are weird. Another tip is gonna be all plants are different. This guy is gonna react different than that guy. A money tree is gonna need different care than a bonsai. A bonsai is gonna need different care than a cactus. So you just never know what care your plant is gonna need until you do your own research. Like this guy, yesterday we went to the nursery, picked up this dude. I didn't really know anything about him until after I visited the nursery. I didn't know any type of care tips until I got it. We were driving back home, and then that's when I did the research. Turns out it's just like a peperomia obtusifolia. It needs the same type of care. That's one way you can do it, is go to the nursery, pick out whatever plant looks the coolest to you, just catches your eye the most, and then go with that. There's times where I go to a nursery looking for a specific plant, like I did with the Caletheia rattlesnake plant. That way I knew how to take care of it. I knew that it needed little to no light. I knew that it needed this, and that. But sometimes you don't know what your plant needs until you go to the nursery and get that specific plant. Next tip, name your plants, talk to your plants. This guy, already got a name. His name is Russell. This guy, Bruno. That guy, Ben Baller. You gotta name your plants. I even named my car. I just feel like the things you use, you take advantage of them, they gonna take advantage of you. This guy, you gotta check up on him. Like, yo, bro, how was your day, man? You good? All right, just checking up on you, feel me? All right, man, check the gnats. No crazy things going on. You good? All right, bet, I'm gonna talk to you later. You just gotta do that, man. That's it. That's all they require. They just want some love and affection, just like a human, you feel me? Might sound crazy, but plants even like music. I think it's like jazz music, but I just play R&B for my plants. Get them together like a family, you feel me? Have them rocking, you know what I'm saying? Like, set the mood for your plants. Make sure your plants are good. Talk to them, ask them how their day was when you get home from work or when you get home from doing whatever you're doing. Make sure your plants are good. Another tip, find out what plant works best for you. If you're a busy person, a bonsai won't be a good plant for you. If you live in Alaska, don't get a cactus. If you live in Hawaii, you can get any plant you want, you lucky bastard. You just gotta figure out what plant works best for your life. Even windows come in effect. If you got a north-facing window, south-facing window, I don't really know what those means, but I know that some plants require a north-facing window. I know some plants require a south-facing window. I think we got a south-facing window, and our plants are doing pretty good. If you don't got a big outdoor space, a cactus won't be good for you because cactus require a lot of outdoor sunlight. If you're a beginner, you know, there's some plants that are easier to maintain than others. Some plants require a lot, some plants require a little. Man, if you're a beginner, I say get a cactus with a little bit of flowers. That might suffice as a good houseplant for you, if you live in those circumstances where you can get a cactus. Rubber plants, pretty easy, don't require a lot. I would recommend that to a beginner. You just gotta do your research, like I said, and figure out what plants works best for your living circumstances. This tip is gonna be for nurseries. You gotta have go-to nurseries. Me, I'm lucky enough to have two. I got Mickey's and I got Rainbow. Some nurseries, they overprice like crazy. I use this guy as a guinea pig again. Got him for $8 at Nelson's nursery or something. I just yelped it. That one gave it to me for $8. I went to this other nursery and I was looking to see what they had, and this same plant was $14. Some nurseries are gonna upsell you, some nurseries aren't. My best bet is to go to nurseries that aren't chains and they're just like standalone mom and pop shops, because those guys, I feel like they take way more care of their plants, because most of the time is usually all they got, so they're gonna take more care. Another thing that's easy is to Yelp them. Thanks, Yelp, for sponsoring this video. Just kidding. This tip, sticky traps. I know we all love gnats and all, but a way to let them go to sleep forever is sticky traps. They land on it and they get stuck. It's that simple. Since there's multiple plants here, we will be trapping the premises and hiring more security than normal. Usually 1 trap per plant is good, but we're expecting a big turnout to this function and beefing up security just in case. And the last tip I have for you guys is trust the process. No plants are gonna grow overnight. It's not gonna be an overnight successful plant. If it's growing slowly, the next day it's not gonna grow fast, or you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows, sometimes the next day it can all be fixed. You never know with plants. Growing season growth spurts are actually something that happens, but in the off season, green is something that you can use, or any other fertilizer. I just use green because that's what I know, that's what I stick to. I'm not gonna jump to another fertilizer if I haven't done my research onto it. Thank you, Green, for sponsoring this video. Just kidding. Plants work at their own pace. You can't really speed it up unless you use fertilizer. That's about the only thing you can do to speed up a plant's process. Other than that, they do what they want to do when they want to do it. All right, y'all, so that's going to be it for today's video. I thank you guys for the support you've been giving us. It's been pretty dope this far to see us grow. We are trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, so the subscribe button is right here if you haven't subscribed already. I thank you guys again. If you have a topic you want us to go over, please let us know in the comments, or you can let us know on Instagram. It's going to be @PlantmanP. It's also down below in the description. Peace.